Hello, amazing ones. Today we are talking about burnout. Specifically, we're talking about the three burnout archetypes and the operating belief that might be keeping you stuck in a cycle of burnout. Now, if you're a heart centered professional, whether you're a service provider, a coach, a business owner, chances are you have some sort of experience with burnout in your career. And personally, after a decade of coaching folks from around the world, service providers and coaches from around the world, burnout is the number one reason that people come to work with me and my team. Usually, what we hear is that they love what they do, they want to help people, but something isn't working in the way that they are working. And in this time, I have discovered and really just identified three main archetypes of how burnout tends to show up in folks. So, what I want to do today is I want to share with you those three archetypes, what they look like, and again, what is that underlying belief that these archetypes are operating from. And my hope is here that you can start to see maybe where burnout is getting you. And of course, if you're looking for a next step, I'll share with you an advanced training that I am offering. I'll share that with you at the end. So the first archetype that I want to talk about is the complicator. The complicator. This is somebody who is typically driven. You have big goals and big dreams. And a lot of what we hear is that you have hustled your way and built a successful business, and yet you don't feel like you have the time, let alone the energy to reach that next level. And it can be incredibly frustrating because you know the next level is out there, but you can't seem to figure out how to get there. You crave ease. You want things to be simple. And yet, where the complicator tends to kind of get stuck is they put unnecessary additional and unnecessary steps between where they are and where they want to be. There's often this feeling like you have to know the whole process before you even start. And then you have to have the website, the million followers, you have to have the whole funnel built out. You have to have all the things figured out, put together. And that often creates this sense that things are way too complicated, much more complicated than they need to be. The operating belief that the complicator is running by is this belief that in order to prove I am worthy of receiving, I have to do more. So anytime you want to increase your impact, increase your income, you default to doing more, and it tends to overcomplicate the process and make it feel like what you desire keeps getting pushed further and further away. So, if that resonates, put a one in the comments, let me know. And now we're going to move on to the second archetype, which is the chaser. All right. Now, the chaser tends to be somebody who is a lifelong learner. Oftentimes, you are multi passionate. We have folks who come and work with us all the time that have like multiple degrees and certifications, and they're constantly wanting to learn and know more. And really, you genuinely want to be excellent at what you do. You want to provide the highest level and highest quality of service, which is amazing. I can generally see a chaser when I go to your website and see the list of certifications, trainings, degrees, and experience that is as long as my arm. Because what often happens is, um, you feel like you're looking for the thing that's going to finally bring it all together, right? You've hit a wall. Right? You love what you do, but you've hit a wall, and you feel like you're constantly chasing the thing that is going to make all of this experience, all of this knowledge, all of these degrees and certifications. You're looking for the thing that's finally going to bring it together. And typically, the belief that I see chasers operating by is that in order for me to prove I am worthy, I have to know more. All right. The complicator has to do more, the chaser has to know more. And it's why you keep feeling like you're chasing because you never know enough. And so put a two if that resonates. Put a two in the comments. Let me know. And let's move on to the third archetype. The third archetype is the over deliverer. Okay. I have to admit, this is probably the one that I identify with most. And I have heard you might identify a little bit with all of these, but I'm looking for where, if you defaulted to one, what would that be? Now, the overcomplicator is the person who genuinely cares. You probably tell people all the time that you got into business to help people. You genuinely want to help and serve and make a difference, which is beautiful. I love that. Um, and you are probably going above and beyond for your clients, giving them extra time, extra resources, extra energy. You're giving and giving and giving. And here's the kicker with the over deliverer that is often really frustrating. You are giving so much, and your clients still come back in with the same complaint over and over again. The challenge with over delivering is that it actually holds both you and your clients back from what is possible. A lot of times, what we hear from the over deliverers is that you have hit the income ceiling. You're tired, your time, your energy are maxed out. You know that there's more available for your clients and for your business, but you don't know how to get there. Chances are, and what we see with the over deliverer is that the belief that is really perpetuating the cycle of burnout is in order for me to prove I am worthy, I have to give more. And that is what is leading you to exhaustion and burnout. So let me do a quick recap here. The archetypes are the complicator. Typically, the complicator is operating from that belief that I have to do more in order to demonstrate that I'm worthy of making more money and having a greater income and impact. And what typically happens is you are doing all the things and pushing what you desire further and further away, right? So you make things complicated on the front end. Typically, you're probably chasing that shiny object and you've lost sight of what is best for you. The chaser is someone who operates from that belief of, I have to know more. In order for me to prove that I am worthy, that I'm allowed to receive more, I have to know more. I have to go and get all the information and I have to have all of that put together. And chances are you are feeling like you have all of this wisdom and knowledge and you don't know how it fits together. And it creates this feeling like you are spinning. And then there is the over deliverer, the person who genuinely cares, wants to help, wants to nurture, and you are giving all your energy to everybody else and not receiving in return. And so you are feeling the burnout, right? Chances are you sit there and wish that people would give you the same amount of energy and attention that you give everybody else. All right. So you operate that the over deliver is operating from that belief of in order for me to receive what I desire, I have to give more. And you are constantly giving, constantly giving, constantly giving. So let me know which one you resonate with, and maybe you resonate with a little bit of all three. And like I said at the beginning, if you are ready to break that cycle of burnout, if you're ready to bring the spark back into your work, I am hosting an advanced training where I'm going to share with you three simple and powerful shifts to break the cycle of burnout once and for all. We're going to talk about what is the root cause of burnout. Why is it that so many heart centered professionals get caught up in the cycle of burnout, even when they know better? I think that's always the kicker, that we know better, and yet we still find ourselves in cycles of burnout. We're going to talk about, why the just do less and charge more mentality doesn't really work for heart centered folks and what to do instead. And really, I'm going to show you the pathway to break the cycle of burnout and actually have a business that supports you and keeps you healthy. So, if you want to join me, the registration page is thenewbodymind.com/spark. To join me, I'd love to have you there. It's going to be an epic training. And again, let me know, which archetype do you resonate with most? The complicator, the chaser, or the over deliverer? Ain't no shame in that game. I've done all of them at some point in my life. And the sooner we can recognize what that pattern is, the sooner we can start to shift it. All right. Thank you for joining me today. And looking forward to having you join me at the advanced training. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.